So how did you change your life? Give us a little background on you yourself, and how did you get into counseling and writing and doing all the ministry work that you do now?
No one can help what family situation they're born into.
Yeah.
You can't choose it. You are born into it, whatever it is. So I grew up in a bizarre home where my father had three families going on at the same time. And I grew up with a fictitious last name. I was June Wright, even though what they were doing was wrong. But, that's just what I had. And I learned to sign, like, who is your father, occupation. At that time, they had those kinds of forms to fill out when you go to school. And so I knew what to write down, but it was all made up. And then I remember there was a point around my 12th birthday, we moved into Dad's house. His first wife had died. And then 11 months later, they married. My parents married. And it was very difficult because he was double mom's age, and he was harsh. And there would be, I was told one day, you're a bad influence on your mother. So
Wow.
you are not to have any contact with her from dinner on. And I didn't, except he would have me sing on occasion. And, but we had a lot of company, so I was singing. But I just, I hated him. I even had a plan to kill him.
Wow.
And I was 14 at that time, and
Wow.
Mother did not agree with my plan. She was very dear. She said, honey, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but that really won't be necessary. But I knew in 4 years I would be out of the juvenile prison.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I can do anything for 4 years. So it doesn't surprise me when I hear other people, I hear about kids who kill their parents, and people go, how could they? Well, I understand that. I mean, that's where I was. But I was trying to fix the problem. To me, that was solving a problem.
Wow.
So when life is very perplexing,
Yeah.
and I'm watching and watching, and by the way, now all of a sudden I'm in a biblically based church, not because my dad said Christianity's a crutch. I'm not a Christian. I don't have to go by Christian ethics. And he didn't, with all the women. All of that, I used to think, if there's really a loving God, why would he allow one person, my dad, to cause all this pain on so many people? He was very successful in business, but, and I had no idea. That was all a precursor to help me understand. I mean, I can teach on adultery. I can teach on, we write materials on all these painful areas, dysfunctional families.
So your past created the message that you could bring. We talk about this, Jesus can turn your mess into a message, your trial into your triumph. And you're like living testimony, because, we can go through the list of the keys for living and say, you've experienced so many of these things, and that led you to counseling and ministry.